guys, it's Maddie.
And Dylan. This is Accepted What They Don't Tell You. We got a great guest on today. We're filming out of the Pod Philly Hotel for the Philadelphia Marathon this weekend. Yes. We have my sister Lindsay running the marathon. We're forecasting at 35 degrees with 15-mile-per-hour winds out of the northeast. So it's gonna be pretty. Maybe some snowflakes in there. I'm not a meteorologist, so I can't tell you for sure. But should be a shitty day for someone. So again, we got Nick. It's Lindsay's boyfriend. I'm sorry. And we got alcohol. And so we got Nick. So what school did you attend, or are you attending at the moment?
What's up, everybody? I am currently a senior at Coastal Carolina University in Conway, South Carolina, right by Myrtle Beach.
And what's your mascot?
It's a Chanticleer.
What the hell is that?
is.
It's an imaginary, fairy tale mascot from a children's book from the 1950s, but it's in short, it's like a rooster.
As weak as an osprey. We learned what that was. It's a flyless water bird. All right. So what was that again? What was that?
It's like a rooster. It's called a Chanticleer.
A rooster. Can you make me a noise of a rooster?
Come on, Nick.
Coo, coo, coo. What do they say in the morning?
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
Oh, there we go. I'm not from the South. I go to the school in the South, but I'm not from there, folks.
Close enough. We got roosters up here too. But
No, there's no rooster waking me up.
Whatever.
I'll tell you that.
Forget about that.
There's no roosters waking me up.
All right. How about describe your freshman year in 10 words or a sentence?
Should we let them be consecutive or
whatever? Sentence doesn't matter. Just.
Do we give them freedoms?
We need restrictions.
I would hope. I'll say words, just words, because I can't really think of a sentence. Alcohol, sleeping, skipping.
I heard that was this year.
What?
Nothing.
This year.
Skipping.
Shush.
Keep going. Keep counting.
Yeah, I'm on 3.
We're on 3. Roommate drama. Does that count as 2?
I guess we'll give it 1.
So roommate and
He's
drama.
very strict.
Very strict.
Different. Independence.
Okay.
Small room.
All room.
How many more do I got left?
Yeah, 3.
Long distance.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Yeah. And then
We'll give you one final one.
Fun. Fun. We have to try and think of something there. But yeah, freshman year was.
So he drank alcohol and he went skipping in the hallways with there was flowers around.
He was
and then he slept on Monday. Mom, how was class?
It was great.
I was skipping. That's all I
I was
remember.
really comfortable in my bed all day.
Yeah. No, the one story.
I went to the beach actually.
No, the one story from freshman year was basically, it was the only year I was right on campus, and I was right by my class. So Tuesdays and Thursdays, my first semester, I couldn't choose when my classes were. So I had an 8 a.m. computer class, an Excel class at 8 a.m. And my roommate was also in that class. So we would always leave at 7:45 and just walk right across. We opened the door, we saw it was pouring. We just closed the door and we were like, no, we're not going to walk to class. And we just went back to bed.
These are the worst.
It was literally maybe a 5-10 minute walk, but we were it's pouring and we don't want to walk there.
Oh my god.
They're weak.
Freshman year, it used to be a 20-minute walk for our campus. At least I remember. And people were God damn it.
No.
Okay. Well, speaking of freshman year, you tend to meet a lot of new people. So how did you do that? Did you join clubs, sports, or did you just happen to meet people?
Well, freshman year, up until this past year, I was in a thing called PGM, Professional Golf Management, and they placed you with, my roommates were all PGM guys as well. So I met them through there, and then I had them in classes and everything. So a lot of my friends are PGM guys, and then I met other people just hanging out in our room that my other roommate kind of knew from a buddy that he knew from home who also went to school, who wasn't in PGM. So people were hanging out there. So I just got to meet a lot of different people just from our house, our dorm parties, but it wasn't even parties. Really.
Did we ask you what your major is, by the way?
No.
Yeah, we should ask you. What's your major?
He's undeclared. He's a senior.
He's not.
No, I'm a marketing major.
Marketing major?
Yeah, marketing major.
Cool.
Alright, well, we are looking for a marketing major if the market accepted. We just picked it up on the website, yeah.
Yeah, so you're hired.
You're hired.
What's the
Isn't
pay?
it?
What's the pay?
Nothing.
Okay.
It's just for
Oh,
friendship,
shit.
but it's fine.
Alright.
Okay, another question.
Social media expert here.
So roommates, how did you meet like your freshman year roommate?
Well, I met my 3 roommates in a PGM Facebook thing for incoming PGM majors.
Okay.
So we were like starting to talk with them, and then we just kind of linked up, saying, "Oh, we're all in PGM, might as well just room together."
And
So
did it work out?
Yeah. So it was me and then 3 other guys, and we
Yeah.
all had our individual bedrooms. So we never actually.
Oh, that's so nice for freshmen.
So our freshman year dorm was, you walked in, you have a little kitchenette area, a living room, and then you walk in and there was 4 individual bedrooms with 1 shower, 1 bathroom.
Okay.
So I was in one room, my other 2 buddies, and then we had one roommate guy who was an idiot and was a dick, and we never saw him. And then he dropped PGM like within 2 weeks of being there, and then he plays rugby.
So are you still friends with the other one?
Yes, I'm still friends with the other 2. One dropped out to go to UVM because he's from Vermont, so he transferred after his sophomore year.
Oh.
And then my other roommate just lives with his frat brothers now because
Okay.
he's in a frat, so it was easier just for him to do that.
What
But
about your current roommates?
they lived in the floor right below us, so we would always use like the room right below our room. So we
Yeah.
always used to hang out with them, and
So
then
it worked out.
yeah, and then after sophomore year when we got to live off campus, we just with me and 2 other guys just got an apartment and just started living there.
Okay. Have you lived there since sophomore year?
No, so freshman year was on campus housing, right on campus.
Yes.
Sophomore year was technically on campus housing, off campus. So it was
Oh, it was
owned.
still like
Yeah, you had
technically
RAs and everything.
Oh, okay.
And then junior and senior year, you're allowed to live off
You
without
did?
RAs in it.
Oh,
So
okay.
we're at the same place that I was from junior and senior year.
Okay, that's because that's how I've currently we did 2 years technically on campus, which is like second year was like on campus apartments.
Yeah, it's like on campus apartments, but like, you know, there's security from like 11 o'clock at night that you got to show your CNO card, like your ID card.
Yeah.
And you still have RAs and everything that you can still check to see if you have alcohol and stuff.
Yeah.
But after sophomore year, you're fine.
Yeah, so I lived in my current apartment since junior year. So
Yeah.
same, but.
So how's it being 12 hours away from your family?
I mean, it's difficult at times, but it's good because I'm learning to be independent. Like, I'm learning to I'm not gonna be living with my parents forever, so when I do move out, whenever that is, then I'll be able to support myself, you know, work, cook food, which I don't do normally here at school, but.
So were you able to manage to fill up your entire car with everything you needed for freshman year and drive 12 hours and get it all there?
Well, I didn't take my car freshman year.
Oh, okay.
So what?
Well, tell them. We don't know.
No, yeah. So freshman year, I was allowed to have a car, but we didn't. My parents were like, "No, you don't really need one."
Yeah.
All my roommates had cars, so it was fine.
Yeah.
So what we did was for orientation, when we went down, we took my dad's truck and we got a storage unit for a month. Put everything in this little storage unit, and then when we were moving in,
We moved it.
we drove 12 hours in my dad's truck, which was basically just clothes that I needed, and then we took all like the stuff from the storage unit and put it in my dorm.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, and then I did the same thing after freshman year. We rented the storage unit for 3 months, so I kept all like my big things, like my TVs and everything, in the storage unit, and just brought home clothes. So I've never really had like a packed car.
Yeah, you probably have to get
I mean, that's probably the best.
Well, that's the
thing
thing.
to do
Living so
there.
far away, like I had 2 TVs, I had chairs, like beanbag chairs, you know, like
Doesn't make sense to bring it home.
no. So I just kind of kept everything down there in a climate controlled storage unit.
That's good then. Yeah, I know my friend who moves to Pittsburgh. Shout out Amanda. I think she has a storage unit too, because that's like 5 hours from where we live too. So
Yeah.
it's still too far. But so for your major, is it? So we don't know a lot, I guess, about marketing. So is it like a lot of work? Have you had like all-nighters or like big projects that take forever or something like that? Or no?
No, not until this past semester. Like I've gotten into my major stuff starting freshman year, you know, working towards it. But my senior year, you have to take your marketing capstone class and then your business capstone class.
Okay.
And me and my group just finished our business capstone paper that was over 100 pages long.
Whoa.
So at least it was a group of 6 people, so it wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
And then when we come back from Thanksgiving break, we got to present our final presentation. But other than that, I really haven't had too many all-nighters, if any. I think the latest I was probably at the library was at 2, studying for like a English final or some shit. I don't know.
That's funny. Why do you have 2 capstone classes? Because I know I only have like 1.
So the marketing capstone is for my marketing major, and
Yeah,
then
but
so only marketing students
are gonna be in that.
are going to be in that class.
Yeah.
And then your business capstone, everyone in the Wall College of Business, which is the College of Business we have,
Yeah.
has to take that class. That class is called like 478.
Oh.
That class, everyone in the business school
Yeah,
has to
that's-
take. So like, there's a finance capstone, accounting capstone. So there's different capstones for
So-
different majors. So you have to take 2.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but it just has to happen.
Because I guess I was gonna compare that, like for me and Dylan's school. Like I know I have capstone for just my major, obviously, but then we have a thing called hallmarks, which nobody else does because it's dumb. But it's like, it's like everybody has to take it in the entire school because we have to fill out like certain things that we did throughout like our 4 years and like fill it out online.
So we do these things called PDAs.
Yeah.
So they're professional development activities where like after class, like it might be like an hour long, where you have to go to like 12 of them before in your 4 years to graduate. So I have 3 left that I have to do.
The Hallmark sounds better.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
gotta do hallmarks, but
I don't really know what it is, but I'm comparing it as the same thing.
Yeah, but it's like these things that like they just expect us to do over these past 4 years, and then nobody does them until you're supposed to do them. So then senior year, they're like, you should only have like 3 left. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure I have like 15. But
I think we're getting too serious, unfortunately.
I'm sorry, our school's annoying.
No,
School is serious. Though.
Yeah.
I
know, I know
It's
you're
a
graduating
career.
and
I'm building
everything.
a career.
I graduated. I have a job. Things
Do you
change.
like your job though?
This is not the time to reflect on things that are not on this topic.
Okay.
Okay? So now we're getting into a new topic that apparently Mr.
That Nick has brought in. What is it called, Nick?
What is it called?
It's called Answer the Internet. So it's a more effed up Cards Against Humanity.
And it's by Barstools, which shout out to Barstools.
Yeah, Barstool and
we love you.
KFC Radio's podcast, they sold out in like hours on Amazon, sold out on their store,
Yeah.
sold out everywhere. It's it's being offered in Amazon, their store, Walmart, and Spencer's.
Yeah, I love Barstool Sports.
Alright, you ready, guys?
Alright.
Number 1!
Wait, are we all answering?
So
this?
there.
You have to explain it.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, we gotta hurry up.
So there are like different categories. You got poll the internet, answer the internet, and debate the internet. So you take these cards, the judge normally would read them, and then you just answer, and whoever has the best answer, more logical answer, funniest answer, whatever it is, wins the card basically. So it's kind of like a fun drinking game or whatever you guys can do
I'm
at
not
home.
drinking at this moment, so
No,
I won't be drinking.
No,
but
people take it to like bachelor parties or
Yeah.
like pre-games or something like that.
like
so,
anything, I guess.
yeah.
Alright, well, I'm ready when you're ready.
Are we all answering questions?
Do you want to answer
Are you gonna answer?
it?
I'm gonna answer if I feel like answering.
Alright, well, let's answer the internet. That's number 1.
Okay.
You ready?
No.
Okay, that sucks. Would you rather have a girl who talked a lot during sex or a girl who was completely silent during it?
So for the girls, these are all based from a guy point of view because KFC Radio, the 2 guys podcast are guys. So
You can
for a
just
girl,
switch
you
it.
switch it. So when it says girls, for girls it's guys.
Yeah, so you
The
know.
guy was just talking.
So it's up to you.
Yeah. I feel like I could deal with the silent one rather
So he
than
was
the chatty
talking.
one.
Yeah, this is good. I kind of want to
I
order.
probably just push him off.
I want to order some pizza or something.
Yeah, sure, why don't you do
Just push them right off.
I just push him like, why don't you go do that?
You're a tough guy. You're tough.
You gotta answer. I'm not gonna answer.
I could deal with him talking to a girl. I mean, I'd rather a girl like wait, is it talking or like making noise?
Talking.
Then probably silent. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I think
Well,
it's
because
like
like well, by
actually
silent they can't make noise then, and then where's like the aura to that?
I don't care.
Well, girls
I feel like-
different. Dylan, what's your answer, bud? Yeah.
Talking.
You'd rather.
Talking. Talk it up.
Dylan be in there and they'd be like, so how was your day?
How was
What'd you
your-
have for lunch?
How's your day? Gotta make it meaningful.
But we could talk any other time.
After. No, Dylan's too busy to just be.
Whatever, switch.
Oh, okay. You can't handle them.
I answered first.
Are you blushing? Oh my gosh. If you had the flexibility to blow yourself, would you do it? What if everyone knew you did it?
If everybody knew you did it, you probably wouldn't want to do it.
But what if you did have the
No.
flexibility?
No. No.
I mean, I don't have it, you know.
No, but for girls.
But I still would
Okay.
know.
So you just gotta flip it for girls.
Yeah, I don't think that makes sense.
All right, this is not sexual at all. So this is good.
Okay.
Would you take $1 million to be one of the picket people for the Westboro Baptist Church during a fallen soldier's funeral?
What does that mean?
It's like those people that are like, God hates you.
Oh,
Like,
they
they're
gotta
really-
stand out
It's
there.
like the worst church.
It's basically like Philadelphia.
Is it
If
really
you
bad?
like walk outside and see the people screaming.
I don't think I could. That's a lot of money. Like, I would be grateful to have that, but like, that's pretty messed up to do.
Yeah, I feel like I can do
I
it.
think they can do it in a good Cambodia.
If I could wear a mask, or
A
like
mask?
nobody would know who I am, but like, hell yeah, I'd have it.
Well, then you gotta do it during like Halloween.
Yeah. Nobody knew my face.
It doesn't say you can't do it during Halloween.
Yeah.
All right. This is a good one. This is good. Do you have any Audi belly button or Audi?
No, I haven't any.
Okay, well, got that. We'll find out. So, would you rather have sex with someone who only washed between their knees and their belly button, or someone who only washed from the knees down and belly button up?
So like
Oh.
only there or like up and
Wait.
then down.
Yeah. So, would you rather?
Well, sex is like.
Yeah, but theoretically you don't have to like smell down there. So like,
Be like. There.
but like you can get around that.
I could.
Dylan's just not answering anything.
I'd rather somebody not wash, like from the knees down and then I guess the belly button up.
So
And
you
then
want
that'd just be like your pits and I guess your feet,
I'll do that. That's fine with me.
rather than that area, which is kind of important.
I agree.
I condone your
I
answer.
agree. All right. This is our final question. Are you ready?
Yeah.
We're on the 5th floor, so if anyone is thinking about things,
We're in a hotel right now, by the way.
feel free to do it. Would you rather lose a leg or never be able to have sex again?
I mean, I'm gonna say what my friend said when we played this game. I don't need a leg.
I don't need a leg.
I don't
can
need a
jump.
leg.
You know, I mean, technically, you don't
I
need
feel
it.
like I'd rather have my legs. Just for
Oh.
practical reasons.
Too practical.
What about the other part of it?
You would never be able to run. You love running.
You got around that.
I'll watch videos on YouTube.
Of people running.
It's like a high. It's like when you
Just
see.
be like bouncing.
It's the same thing. It's like when a dog sees a tennis ball. It makes you feel good.
But they have 4 legs.
Well, that was like my kind of like was he can't run, so he watches people run. My buddy from high school, he was on the wrestling team and he couldn't eat on like certain days,
Oh.
so he would stare at food. No, he would stare at like go on like Pinterest or whatever board of like food and just scroll at like
That
burgers.
sounds like torture.
And he would just look at it, and it would just make him want it. So when he could actually eat it, it would be like 10 times better. It didn't make any sense, but we
Well,
just did it.
I don't know. I feel like I just need my legs for so many reasons.
This was a good game.
I like it.
Answer the internet. I think we should come up with our own one. What should we call ours?
Answer
Except us.
Dylan.
Alright, it's good. Buy it if you want to. It's not horrible. Alright, so let's get
Back to college.
back to education.
Well, that's technically college right
Yeah,
there.
it kind of is. You have to
Yeah.
learn something.
Some of it.
So, how old are you?
22.
So when you entered college, you were not 21. So did you drink before college?
Before college, it was a controlled, basically drinking from like my parents. Like if I would be at like Thanksgiving, I know they knew I wasn't like driving or something. I would have a couple mixed drinks or like a beer here or there, but it wasn't anything crazy. I didn't really go to a lot of high school like parties.
You know what this sounds like? Lori Courtney. Lori's in the room and she didn't like that I made fun of her for being a lenient parent.
No, my parents, they would rather me, drink under their house.
No, which is understandable, which Lori said.
Well,
like,
can I talk?
Yeah, you can. I don't know if they'll hear you. Talk loudly.
Loudly? Okay. Well, I guess as a parent, I just wanted them to know how their body felt like when they drank. Like, I'd rather them make a fool of themselves and throw up at my house than, go out and have it happen.
Which I feel like makes sense. Like, my parents were not like that. That's why I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Like, I wasn't allowed
So
to
did
do
you
it.
get drunk off one drink in college, your first drink?
No, but like Dylan says, I drink them very fast, and I because I'm social, and I'm like, oh, I realize it
It just hits
afterwards,
you.
and I'm like, gosh.
Well, I guess I have
hits
to.
you like some
Because
bricks.
I guess I also
drink.
have to say is that both my kids were the kind of kids that you could be a parent like that too.
Yeah.
So neither one of them was out drinking and
Driving.
Yeah.
They neither one of these kids ever got in trouble. They were both really good kids.
Yeah.
So I could be a parent like that.
Yeah.
So I just gotta end it like that.
Okay.
All right.
Understandable, Lori. I understand.
So in college, how did you get your beer?
Before you were 21.
My roommate, who lives with his frat brothers, he's a couple months older than me, but he got fake ID the first week or two of college. So he was just going.
Priorities.
Yeah.
Well, no, his buddy from home was doing that. He knew from his from his high school, was also going to school there, and he knew a couple of guys that were doing a big group order for fake IDs.
Yeah.
So he's like, yeah, kind of.
That's what I've heard. You do group orders.
Yeah, and it's cheaper. He got 2 IDs for $40.
Yeah.
And it was funny because he had a Jersey ID. And so he was comparing it to mine. He goes, oh, it looks pretty real.
It's pretty real.
Yeah. And then a year later, he went to tried to get into one of the bars on the Thursday nights, and the bouncer just literally went like that, just cracking.
Ooh.
And he called me. He goes, yeah, can you pick me up? I'm at Tom's.
Yeah.
It's like, all right.
Yeah, I feel like I've heard a story of that happening to somebody else, before. Maybe it was at school or something. Somebody cracked their real ID.
Oh yeah.
And they were like, dude.
No, it didn't happen with that, but
At least it was fake. It was
Dude.
whatever. Dude.
That sucks.
I don't know. What do you do?
I don't know. You go home.
I remember when I got rejected from the
Dylan
bar.
got rejected. They didn't believe that, and you were 22 at the time.
Yeah, they didn't like.
And
my
they were like,
license.
no, this is not you.
I remember, and then my friend was like, "Is this racist? I'm gonna call the police." And it's this big guy, and he's like, "You really want to call the police?" I'm like 300 pounds, squash you.
Yeah,
I'd be like, yeah. I would have said, yeah. What are you gonna do if he touches you? Then
Yeah, but I thought it was always funny. You were above. It wasn't even like you were pretending to be 21. You were 22.
What are you gonna do? It's part of the game.
All right. So Nick, what was your 21st birthday like?
From what I remember of it,
So it's good fun.
yeah. So I mean, we kind of just me and my So I turned 21, the second oldest in the group. So not everyone was 21 in my friend group. So I was older. So me and my buddy, that my roommate, who's like I said, a couple months older than me, we went to just me and him went to happy hour,
Okay.
and we were going to happy hour because they couldn't go.
Yeah.
My other friends couldn't go, and then we went back to my other friend's house, got some pizzas, or we're just playing drinking games, going out, and then just playing games, and then we went to the bar.
Apparently.
Yeah, I don't remember. Then I woke up.
Yeah.
I didn't throw up though.
That's good.
I didn't
That's
throw up
always
my
good.
21st.
That's all right.
I know.
That's all right.
I burned my shoe in the fire.
Really?
On your 21st?
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like I heard about that.
Yeah, I remember it. My friend was like, bro, your shoe's burning. It was starting to smell like plastic, and I took it out, and there's this big black mark on my
Oh my gosh.
shoe. It was really funny.
Oh, mine wasn't that bad. My 21st. People try to hype up your 21st birthday, but for me, it was 2 years of already drinking steadily in college, so it wasn't that big of a deal.
No.
But,
Pregame to
Yep.
the 21st.
yeah, it was.
Dylan bought me my first drink actually. Because when I turned 21, nobody was 21 in my friend group.
Yeah.
And I was like, this sucks. And Dylan was the oldest person I knew. Besides my
That's
parents.
basically. I mean, don't tell Lori, but I'm gonna have to do that for Lindsay.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, because no one in her. She's the oldest in her friend.
Really?
So
That's so funny because what is your birthday? Her birthday is in April?
Yeah.
And you're a junior.
Yeah.
I turned 21 before my junior year.
Yeah. I mean, I turned 21 on November of my junior year.
Which
but
is
still,
considered early.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
still early.
Which is so funny, but.
So who is Lindsay?
Lindsay, your sister.
Well, I mean, no one knows that. You just brought her up.
You did mention it
Nick's
earlier.
girlfriend also.
You did mention
Oh
Dylan's
my
sister.
gosh,
You
please.
did mention that.
mentioned it.
You're
I'm just reminding the listeners.
Okay.
Trying to
So-
call me out there.
Oh, it's okay, it's okay. So you're in a relationship then?
Yes, I am.
That would be Lindsay.
So a 12-hour relationship. How many minutes is that? Can we do
12
it?
I think our relationship's a
Distance.
little.
Distance.
It's a little
Why?
longer than 12 hours.
So
We've been
long.
together longer than 12 hours.
Thank God.
I wouldn't be here.
I know.
So how's it going?
It's going alright. Just going A-okay.
Any tips for people in college with
I just-
long-
Lindsay's
I
face
just
is like,
last
what?
year. No, it's going great. It's going great.
How do you do a long distance relationship?
A lot of FaceTiming.
Because the Wi-Fi sucks.
Yeah, it does. It does suck.
Dylan reminds me all the time when we FaceTime, it's your Wi-Fi. It's
Yeah.
your Wi-Fi.
No, and I mean, at least we're on the same page with me and Lindsay, or with Lindsay and I. She knows her Wi-Fi sucks.
Yeah.
So like, whenever it's poor connection, it's on her,
Yeah,
and she knows that.
I know it too, but Dylan will constantly remind me. But
That's rough. So Coastal, I think it's in the top 25 for the best, party campuses, right?
Yeah,
I think I heard that.
we were, talking about Barstool earlier. Barstool came out with their top 25, top party schools, and Coastal was like 23rd on
okay.
that list.
So do you have to pay to get in? Parties?
No, so Coastal is mainly a bar scene. It's not really, because the county that we're in, you're not allowed to have letters or frat houses. So the frat houses are just like 5 of the brothers that like live in a house like on like a random like suburban street.
Yeah.
Like it's not like a frat row or a sorority
Oh,
row or
that's
anything.
our campus too. We
So
don't
like
have
for
that
us,
either.
we have different bars that we go to, like that you can go to. That each night they have like their specials.
Mhm.
So Monday night is Tab, Tuesday is Coop, Wednesdays there's nothing, Thursdays Tommy's, Fridays all of them, Saturdays all of them, Sunday there's nothing. So
But you couldn't go to your 21.
you couldn't go to your 21. So in the meantime, what you do is you just drink in your dorms or like
Go to
have dorm parties or go. And my buddy, like I said, who was in the frat, we were able to just go to those frat parties because he could just get us in. So I never had to pay for
Do
anything.
girls have to pay, or they
No.
are in for free? Yeah.
No, they're in for free. It's more of a, like our schools for more of like a ratio thing, like the
Yeah. Girls
like
to guys.
girls to guys. Like it's one girl, one guy to 3 to 4 girls, then you're fine.
Yeah, that's what our school. We always ask people that because like our school was like guys would always have to pay, or if he brought enough girls, he wouldn't have to.
Yeah. For us, for me, I never had the problem of paying. And if I did have to pay, which I've never come across, but if I would have had that, I probably just would have like, whatever.
Yeah.
Would have went home.
Yeah. Just
Or like just drink at home with my buddies. Like
Yeah.
I don't need the party vibe to get drunk. I can get drunk on my own.
True.
And I'd rather get drunk, watch a movie or eat pizza or something than like be standing in a corner or standing in the middle of the dance floor sweating while like there's a shit ton of people there. And
Yeah.
I just whatever. Get drunk on my own time.
Okay. Which also, you do have your own podcast. Which
Yep, I do.
tell us what it is.
It's called Takin Shots.
Yeah, as you just said. So I
Um,
feel like that's a good
so
one.
it's basically a sports gambling, sports betting podcast. Me and my roommate do it. We're both like into the sports betting, sports gambling, and we also just talk about some of our weekend stories with betting, and then we play Answer the Internet at the end of it, and just kind of get. And with each game, we talk about 6 games, like in depth, and with each game, we take a shot. So we're having roughly about half a bottle between the 2 of us throughout the podcast. So we get drunk pretty fast, and the end of the podcast is probably the funniest because then that's when it starts to hit.
Yeah. Do you guys go through a lot of alcohol then? You do that every week?
So what we do is probably buy 1 bottle a week. So what we'll do is we'll have like half a bottle on that Tuesday.
Okay.
No, we go have half a bottle or so whatever we do that Tuesday, and then we won't really much drink like Wednesday. Thursday might be a little, and Friday, and then we're done Saturday with it, and then Sunday, Monday we don't drink, and then Tuesday again.
Oh,
We
just-
record on
just
Tuesday
2 days?
because we record on Tuesdays. No,
2
3
day
days,
turnaround.
3 days, or 2 day turnaround. Yeah, but like 3 days in the week we don't drink. But
Only 3.
but we record on Tuesdays, so
Is that why you skip classes?
I don't skip classes.
Lindsay?
I don't skip.
Mr.
Alright,
Styles.
I don't skip. Wink, wink.
Wait, quick.
No.
I'm playing golf.
Okay.
I'm on the beach.
They know. Alright, I will honestly say I've never skipped a class to go to the beach.
There you go.
But
But
I would.
I've never skipped class to play golf.
I have.
Shock.
But no, me and my other like buddy that I've met from just having like a lot of classes with him,
Mm-hmm.
we have a system on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays class. I have one class Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 9 a.m.
You still have classes on Friday?
Yeah, because like our classes are Monday, Wednesday, Friday, so like I can't really get out of it. I know. I try to do.
Childish.
I try to do all Tuesday, Thursdays.
Really sucks.
I try to do all Tuesday, Thursdays.
I
But
haven't had
anyway,
a Friday class since freshman year.
Put a veteran.
I'm just old.
yeah, not me. So what we do is we have a system because the teacher passes around like a sign-in sheet to see if you go.
Yeah.
So I'll go Monday.
She'll sign you in.
I'll go Monday, sign him in and me in, and
Yeah.
then Wednesday he'll sign him and me in, and then Friday we alternate weeks of who goes
Oh.
on a Friday. So that's what we do. So like
Is it not an important like?
No. it's an international business class,
Oh.
and the teacher just stands in front with his laser pointer and just goes talking about like tariffs and shit,
Yeah.
and then that's it. I've had 2 tests in that class and I have like a 95.
Tariffs.
So like I don't. So the class is really.
China.
Okay.
Like
That's
other
interesting.
classes, like a lot, like my 478 class. She
Which is that's your capstone.
that's my business capstone that
Yeah.
every business student has to take. It's at 9:25 on Tuesday, Thursdays.
25.
Yeah, there's different times for Tuesday, Thursdays,
So
and Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Yeah.
Wednesday's class is at
8:28.
No, so Tuesday, Thursdays, it's like 9:25 to 10:40, and then the next class is 10:50 to 12:05. They're an hour and 15 minutes.
Caroline is
Why
a
don't they
different
start
time.
at 9:30 like every other?
Because they only meet, because if you think about it, they meet 2 times, right? And you need to fill the 3 hours. So it's an hour and 15. So the 8
No,
o'clock
I
class.
know the hour and 15.
Yeah. But the 8 o'clock class won't be over until 9:15. So how can you start another class at 9?
9:30. I said.
Oh well. Because they give you like I don't know 10 minutes and they're not gonna change
No.
it. I don't know.
Your school's just
No,
dumb.
I don't
Accept
know.
it.
You need time to get sand in between your toes. They go out, they walk.
They go out, they put their feet in between the sand.
let it soak in, and then they go back. They're
But that class, I've never missed a class, but she redirects a lot of classes to teamwork days. So like I don't have to go and then make group meets, air quotes, meets during that time, and then we're good. So like we don't have to, like Lindsay's making it seem like I skip a lot. I don't. They cancel a lot.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. I did have a class recently canceled, so
Yeah, exactly.
I
Class
accept
canceled.
it.
It's great.
Alright, so we have some different sets of questions that we're going to ask you.
I'm nervous now.
You should not be.
Okay.
So these
No,
are
it's
just
merely an interrogation.
It probably is.
If you get them wrong, we deport you back to Italy or wherever you're from.
Deport?
Yeah, we're deporting.
from North Jersey.
Hold on. Donald, is that you?
Well,
Yes, we need to get the
Wait.
help.
Well, he's not 100% wrong. North Jersey is a lot of Italians, so
What's that one? Let's go.
Okay, so here's the first question. Do you think that females are fundamentally different than males? If so, what makes us so different?
Do you
I
think
know, mind-boggling question.
Lindsay is fundamentally
Mentally different than you.
Yes.
In what ways? Be specific.
He's just different.
Girls are just different. They pee through a different hole. They have estrogen. They're just different. Different.
I mean, I listened to your last episode, and there was a whole segment on that.
How
where-
girls are different.
Yeah.
Yes, we know.
Well, the 15-minute conversation you guys had with Amy about a certain
I'm glad you listened. Thank you, Nick.
yeah.
Three things. Someone had to do it.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it.
Queef. It's
Well,
a vaginal fart, we learned.
It's air.
Do you not know what it
Did
is?
you not listen?
It went through one ear after the other.
I know it did.
It was
so
mostly hosted by Amy.
It's just built up air and then.
skip. Okay.
They are fundamentally different.
Yes.
Okay, whatever. I didn't like that question. Now the way it turned, I didn't like it. Okay. So I guess like with college and like maybe going to college or whatever, what are you completely over and like done with? Like you've just done it so many times, or like you just can't stand this about college, or like something like that. Anything specific?
Not like so much like over it. I mean, okay, here's one thing. I'm over not having money.
Same.
Because for me, I don't have, my parents, they told me, you know, don't really, because I work all summer, so I kind of just saved up my money so I can spend it throughout the school year, because they don't want me to really have a job at school, because they want me to focus on school and get good grades and everything. Which I probably should get a job, because I have a lot of downtime, so like, looking back on it.
So you choose not to.
Yeah,
I could
so like,
I'm just told not to.
so like, but like for me, I just want to graduate and just start working, so I can just start saving, getting money, you know, just start living my life
Yeah.
and growing up. I know people say stay in college as long as you can. College gets
Who says that?
well,
Stay- like,
well
you mean
they're
like-
saying college is the best 4 years of your life. Like,
Meh.
I don't know. I kind of just want to start working. So like, I'm tired of just not having money, but also college helps me with like my online class. It helps me basically with work and deadlines, because like everything's due Sunday night.
Yeah.
And like there's tests that are due on Wednesday. So like I have to know when to do it. And for working in the real world, you need to know when to do it. You need to know when deadlines are due and everything. So college has helped me in a lot of ways, but you know, I'm just over just college in general. Like
Yeah.
I've been there for too long.
Yeah. Shout out to my capstone professor. Freaking dick. Everything's due.
Is his name Richard?
No. Won't say his name, but everything's due on Sunday night, and he gives it to us like on Thursday, and it's like a crap ton of work. So shout out to you, dumbass. It was California
He lives in California.
because it's online.
Oh, well,
So dumb, but scratch
does
that.
he send everything like 3 hours like? the wrong time?
He'll-
like he thinks he's sending it out at 7 p.m. on Thursday night, but you get it at 10.
No, at least he's not like weird about that. Like he'll
Okay.
grade things at weird times, but
Like
like
your time,
Yeah.
Eastern Standard Time.
yeah, because he's on like what is it? Was it 3 hours?
3 hours.
Yeah. So sometimes it's like weird hours, but.
Okay.
He's 3 hours ahead. He's watching the Tesla Cybertruck.
3 hours ahead. He's already
Just
behind.
kidding.
He's behind.
He's behind.
What we got?
So what is the biggest lesson life has taught you so far?
That's a deep question.
It's deep.
Do you get a shot for this?
We don't have
I
shots here.
wish, dude.
Here's some gluten-free beer.
Pale ale. Biggest life lesson life has taught. You don't need that many friends.
That's a good one.
I have my roommates and like maybe 3 more other people that are like I consider like close
Close
friends. Other ones are just acquaintances.
True.
Like none of them will be like invited to any big events in my future. After
Yeah.
college, I'll probably never see them again unless I like run into them,
Mm-hmm.
or I'll be like in a city or a town I know they're in, or I'll be like, oh hey, remember me? Like blah blah.
Yeah.
There's only like 3 to 5 like that I actually need.
I feel like that's a very good life lesson. I feel like people are all about you need a bunch of
Yeah,
friends.
like, they need, like I gotta get the Instagram followers. I don't care.
Like you don't really need to care about that.
No.
Like that's not important.
Followers and your friends. You know, half of my followers like I don't even talk to. Like,
Yeah.
you
So
know,
like
you know, that's what social media. But like personal friends, I only need 5. I
yeah.
don't need that many people.
No, it's like
Less people, the better. Really, less drama.
True. You only have a certain amount of people. that you
Exactly.
need.
And if you have to like, you know, if they're that close, you buy them like gifts for their birthday. That's a lot of money. So you don't really have to spend that much on them.
Alright. So very good advice, I think, or lesson that life has taught you. What is a silly or funny thing that makes you afraid or creeps you out?
Should you read that again? Something that makes me funny or creeped out?
What creeps you out?
What silly or funny thing?
Silly or funny?
Meeting me, probably.
Probably.
Why?
I'm a scary individual.
It's because you're the older brother.
I'm sarcastic.
No, I don't think
Don't
that's
take
it.
anything seriously.
Yeah, we know.
When Dylan tries to be sarcastic, thinking he's funny, but really hurting Lindsay's feelings.
Oh yeah, he hurts my feelings all the time. It's just like whatever.
Someone's gotta tell you like it is.
Oh my.
That's his response.
If I didn't tell you, then no one.
Point proof right there.
No, I think
I don't know. I mean, I don't know like silly or funny things, but I'm just terrified of snakes.
Really?
What's your birthday?
When's my birthday? November 2nd.
Next year we'll get snakes for him.
Just a box of
Send
snakes.
in a box.
There you go.
Just put them in the mailbox. That'd be awesome.
I can tell you where I live.
we're getting pretty serious, so we gotta get on to our would you rather. Would you rather be the smartest person of all time or the most beautiful person of all time?
Side note, for the most beautiful of all time, because I still have the same intelligence I have now, am I really dumb?
What do you think? He's dumb.
You're dumb.
You're dumb.
You're
Well, I'm
very
not dumb
low.
now, so like it would make me dumb. Like I
I
would
mean,
be.
that's
I would
your
be
personal statement.
No, I know it. I know it.
Be a blonde bubblehead.
You never know.
So, okay, I'd probably be just the smartest person.
Smartest
Because I could make a lot of money off that. But you can make a lot of money off like modeling and shit. But
Do you think you'd find love?
what if I was smart?
Yeah, if you're just smart.
Just smart.
Yeah, I can figure it out. Probably an algorithm I can do.
But I hope it's not just for your money.
Yeah.
So, relating to college, would you rather get bed bugs during midterm season or get lice during final season? Either one sucks. It's just you have to sleep on one of them.
Well, technically, I mean, she's sleeping on lice.
Kind of, but you don't feel
It's like it goes under pillow and then.
Yeah, but when you're sleeping on the bed, you feel
But
the
you know,
bugs
when
go
you're a
in.
guy, there's a option. You
Yeah,
just freaking
you shave your head.
Yeah, I'd probably go lice.
Yeah,
Like, I don't
because
know.
a girl, you're like, I don't want to
like,
shave my head.
Basically, up until college, I used to get like just buzz cuts because I was playing sports and just always active, and I didn't want to like deal with like my hair. And then I started growing out in college. I didn't want to pay for haircuts, so then I started just keeping it longer. So I'm fine with a buzz cut, like just shaving
Yeah.
it off.
Buzz
So,
it up.
At least for a guy, that's an easier option.
You got the buzzer?
We'll do it now.
Let's shave it off right now.
no, it's not. I just got a haircut on Thursday.
It's
I don't want
confident.
to do that.
Would you rather live with inconsiderate fraternity members who leave their shaved facial hair or pube hair on the sink, or inconsiderate sorority members who are unable to properly dispose of their used, bloody tampons?
I'd go sorority members because then besides that week, I'm in a house full of girls. Sign me up. I don't care. I can close the eyes.
What if all of them were on different cycles, so each week was that week?
Each week's a bloody week.
Change up the girls. Change up the. This is all saying if I don't have Lindsay in my life. Trying to save myself a little bit here. No, but I mean, but for going back to the guys, that was basically freshman year. We had 2 sinks and
I was for done.
like the roommate that plays rugby, or the ex-roommate that plays rugby now. He used to just leave all his like his beard trimmings all over it, and then my one roommate literally slapped him one time.
Oh.
He saw it and he like knocked on his door. He opened it and he just slapped him.
Oh.
And he goes, "Why'd you do that?" And he pointed at us. He goes, "Oh, my bad, dog."
Hey, at least he was understanding.
Yeah.
What?
He didn't like try and find me. He goes, "Oh, got to clean up."
Yeah. Dylan does that like to this day.
He was
Does
from
what?
Shaves and just leaves it.
Oh, I
Well, he lives by himself.
I
so-
did-
I know, but like,
I
come
don't
on,
shave
man.
it. I go to the apartment gym and I shave in the gym bathroom.
So he dirties that one.
So I don't have to clean it up.
Those
So
poor people that go in there, I wait, God damn it, this one person isn't cleaning it.
Alright.
Oh, God.
Would you rather eat every meal in the dining hall for your entire college career or live solely off ramen noodles and Easy Mac?
Probably ramen noodles and Easy Mac.
And I hate ramen. I can't do
Really?
the smell of it.
I don't mind.
I don't mind it, but the theory behind this is our dining hall called Hicks. There's this expression called Hick shits. So like literally right when you have it, you're walking like back to your dorm or back to class, and you just hits you, and you just have to go to the bathroom.
Is
Like,
it
right
like really that bad?
Well, it's not like it tastes good in the moment, but to get something that they cook it or whatever is just so bad. Yeah.
I did not have that.
Yeah, it's like the selection of food is good. You got a home station, wrap station, American station, stir fry station, pizza station. So you got a lot of stations. It's just, you know, it gets you.
It's
It hits you differently.
I can't do ramen. Ever since my freshman roommate had ramen cooking out of the Keurig every
He
night.
ruined ramen
I
for you.
can't. I don't like it. It's the scent.
I like ramen.
My roommate makes ramen all the time, so he makes me some. So
That's like really if I have absolutely nothing, like I have it as an emergency.
I did that. I sent it. It was funny. I sent it to. It happened to me a couple weeks ago. I was like out of like money really for like the week, and I like they got these ramen like the ramen noodle cups,
Oh
like
yeah.
the soup cups. What I do is I just drain the water out because I don't like the soup part.
Yeah.
So I just eat the thing. I sent it to my parents like when you're out of funds, and they're like, my dad's like, You should check the expiration date on that. It expired like 6 months ago, and I still ate it.
Ramen go back.
Noodles.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
feel like I've had
it was
mine
fine.
forever.
I was fine. I had it since we moved in junior year, beginning of junior year, and I had it middle of my fall semester senior year. So it was in there for over a year.
I've had mine since sophomore year.
Yeah, no. I don't.
And
it
I
was
was
fine.
senior.
I was fine though.
I haven't died, and I've definitely ate one
It's fine.
once.
Yeah,
It's fine.
you're fine.
Just dried noodles.
Would you rather be the one who made the fire alarm go off, or have the fire alarm go off while you're in the shower?
This happened to you, so you should.
It has. Freshman year, good times.
Probably while I'm in the shower because I don't want to be like known for I just wrap a towel around me. Like for guys, I feel like guys is different. I mean, for guys, I think it's different.
It was a whole thing.
Well, you mean for me, like, because like freshman year, like if that were to happen, you know, we have shower shoes and everything.
Yeah.
And I just go ahead, I just slide on the shoes, wrap the towel around, and then just walk outside. Like I don't need to worry about putting something in my hair, covering up the top, because guys can like when they go to the beach, just
Well,
don't
at
have a shirt
least
on.
you're like, it was the winter, first of all, when this happened. So it was like maybe January or something, and I was in the shower, and I had just turned off the water, and I was like, wouldn't it be funny if like the fire alarm went off? I was
So
thinking
you
in my
jinxed
head,
it.
yeah, I totally jinxed it, and it went off right as I was thinking. I was like, shit, and I put my hair up in a thing, and I had like a robe, and I was like, I can't go out in this, obviously, and we had like maybe like 5 minutes or something. So I ran down the hall to my room, and my roommate wasn't there, so I just threw off all my clothes, and I put on big sweatpants and a big like sweatshirt. I didn't even put on a bra, so I was just like, I was just walking outside. My hair was dripping. It was soaked because I didn't even have time to like.
Did it freeze?
No, but we walked to the dining hall because that's where we sit when there's a fire alarm and it's cold. Because they will take like a whole hour to get there.
Yeah, well, it's
Oh,
Philly.
it's the worst.
Yeah, getting a fire truck's hard. It's got
Yeah,
potholes.
and it was always my hall that caused the fire. It was like somebody burning something. I was like, "Are you dumb?" And it's always the guys.
It's the popcorn button.
Because there's our hallway, our one hallway that I lived in was co-ed, so half of it was girls and the other half was guys. Stupid guys who did it.
I take offense to this.
Yeah, okay.
Wonder what they were doing in there.
Baking.
Baking
He
cookies.
put like
Oh,
tin foil
themselves.
and like stuff in there. I was like, what are you doing?
What about
Like
that?
set it on fire.
Have a good time.
Stupid.
Pre-gaming.
Whatever.
Blazing up.
Blazing up.
Probably.
They were baking, yeah.
All right.
Themselves.
Sorry, the windows didn't open very
For
well.
our final would you rather, Nick,
Okay.
would you rather be sexiled for an entire night or in the room when your roommate has their friends with benefits over?
What would you say?
So like I've never had this problem.
Well, that's the best part about
I
it.
know.
Still not.
Well, no, because all 4 years I've had the room to myself. Because freshman year was the room.
Lucky.
Lucky.
Sophomore year
Not
was the single
realistic.
Not
room
realistic expectations.
with the 4 roommates. So like I've always had roommates, but I've always had my own room.
Like, did you get
Hard life.
I probably
You're in a double, you got a full-on view, it's great.
do. Do I?
Do you what? Tell me.
No. Do like when you're in the room.
You got direct eye contact.
Oh, so I'm not asleep.
Oh, you can sleep.
I mean, I'm a heavy
It's
sleeper. I can sleep through
it's
anything.
visual, and you're listening. You can hear it. You might as well have popcorn. I mean, maybe that would help you not hear everything, but yeah.
Have some chips.
Yeah, crunch,
Be
crunch.
really loud.
I feel like they would know that.
Oh, they would look at you, of course.
They probably would have kept
Uh,
going.
Got a periodically look as you bounce.
Jesus. Oh.
Yeah.
Not so
Mary and Joseph.
No, I'd probably just be like sent away. I wouldn't want to be in
So
there.
you sit in the hall. Oh, okay.
No,
I'd go to,
not
like, somebody
necessarily.
else's room.
I'd rather go to someone else's
Yeah.
room. I'd probably crash on
You
the
got
floor
friends.
or something.
All right, yeah, be a friend. All right, well, that's clear.
One of my 5 friends. Just go to
All
one of them.
Yeah, so
Well, that was our would you rather.
What
that
was
was our would you rather.
Would you rather?
Okay, so we are going to wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up. So, Dylan, Nick, I'm gonna ask you a final question, Nick.
Oh God.
What would be some advice that you would give to your freshman year self?
Go to every class.
Shut up.
I'm doing pretty well, so
You are.
he doesn't need to do that.
He doesn't need to.
Close the ears, Lindsay.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Keep going.
Break up with the ex, the current ex. So like freshman year I was in a long distance relationship for the entire freshman year because we started dating in high school, and then
break up with that high school girl.
Yeah,
Boy,
because
never works out.
she broke up with me because she was a year below me, so she was still a senior in high school while I was a freshman, and then she broke up with me before she started her freshman year. So I was
lucky her.
Yeah, well, she goes, the distance is just killing. I was like, we did it for a whole year. You're doing it just because you want to fuck around in college.
Yeah.
So just break up with her like before you head off to college. That's probably what I would tell her.
Actually,
So I could experience it and have fun.
That's good advice for everybody. I know multiple people that have
Now
to break
senior
up.
year, I don't know, long distance is perfect.
Yeah.
Like I got Lindsay over here.
Aw, heart, so cute. Okay, and one question to our viewers, listeners, whatever. What would you give as your own advice to other people going into college, currently in college, listening?
I'd probably say start. This might sound bad, so unless you have lenient parents like Lori and my parents, start drinking the summer before, because you get there. I wasn't really used to like a lot of shots in freshman year. I had like 3 and I was done for the night. Then you start building a tolerance, and so just you don't want to be that guy who's just passed out in this corner of the room and done before you head out. So just pregame a little bit. So just pregame before you
Don't get wasted, but the experience.
Well, yeah. Don't be like, what's a beer?
Don't be dumb.
Yeah. Don't be like, I don't know what beer tastes like. I don't know what vodka tastes like. Just have it, taste it,
All right.
so you can get used to it.
Interesting.
Don't get sloppy.
No,
Sloppy.
stay sloppy.
All right. So that was our episode. That was Nick
Thank
from
you, Nick.
Takin
Thank you.
Shots
Appreciate it.
at Coastal Carolina.
Yep.
I'm Dylan.
I'm Maddie.
This is Accepted What They Don't Tell You. You know where to follow us on Instagram at Accepted Podcasts. All right, guys. We'll see you next week. Great job.
Gosh, you weren't even gonna go on the page to stop.
Well, I mean, I can end it whenever.
Let me pause it.
Yeah.
You were those. Oh, no.